Amazing, amazing. That was highly insightful. And while ma'am was teaching about branding, her slides, which had such beautifully been made, by thoroughly understanding. It was very simple, but it carried the exact message that it needed to. So thank you so much, ma'am, for making it so simple and yet so insightful at the same point of time. And that is pretty much what branding is, all about. You have to make it. You have to, carry forward your information to other people while also not making it highly complicated. So thank you so much, ma'am, for this presentation. I would request all of you guys to please, if whoever wants to ask any questions, you can put it inside the chat box. We have already had some questions from the first, uh, you know I mean, if Prasenjit sir is also here, sir, we have questions which are coming in for both of you. So I'll start with ma'am. Ma'am, there's a question for you that, ma'am, is it legal to target the doctor digitally for brand promotion?
Because we can target doctors for brand promotion on the doctor uh, websites. We can send through email marketing. We can send on the doctor's website. We can put these ads which are seen only by doctors and not by patients.
Hmm.
Nowadays, there are so many website brands or a therapy or the organization have. There is a separate, either these are exclusive websites for doctors or doctors and patients. So there you can upload lot of content. So this is one good thing, is something, some good video of an expert you have showing in through as a part of your visual aid communication, and then later on you can upload it in the on your website, or maybe a CME program. Or if
Okay,
you,
great.
that KOL video may help a PG student or a young, upcoming a young doctors very well to refer after going through your website, and that will make also your website, your brand more visible to these doctors. So it's absolutely okay.
Okay, so I guess that answers the question. Sir, there is a question for you as well. What is the current status of metronidazole resistance?
Metronidazole's mode of action is through blocking the DNA of the amoeba or this protozoal infestation. And I don't think that there is any resistance till date, not much. It is it is directly affecting and killing the protozoa directly, and that too the action is quite fast, 1 to 2 hours mode of action, and they kill the bacteria, the protozoa, very fast. And emergence of is not there according to my best of my knowledge.
Okay, great. So I guess that also is a answers the question. Another question for ma'am. How do we evaluate the brand success? First year volume or incremental growth?
First year, I feel, see, I'll make it as a quantitative and a qualitative. All sales is always the one parameter, but I think there will we should have the KPIs. How many doctors are aware about my brand? How many doctors are prescribing my brand? And I would love to go to doctors and talk to them and ask them what you feel about the brand, how your patients are feeling. So I'm sure along with your quantitative KPIs, keep these qualitative aspects which will give you real information about uh, the perception what you are trying to create. So once, and then you will be able to know what you are doing is right. If that is the right, then definitely you can step up further. If there is something you feel there is a gap, you can bridge that gap. Volume sales will increase ac- accordingly. That's not a problem.
Okay. So next question is a very short and crisp question for sir. Why micronized metronidazole?
Actually, metronidazole is a very bitter substance, and irritates the stomach very much. The stomach irritation is quite high, and if it is micronized, the tablet will be very fast dissolved and absorbed. Metronidazole is very fast absorbed, but if it is not micronized, the contact on the GI tract, or for that reason the stomach will be more, and there will be slight gastritis, etc. That's why it is micronized.
Okay. Sir, another question for you and ma'am, both of you. I would like both of you to answer this question. How to convert doctors for a brand in lesser time? Because doctors are not giving a lot of time for detailing. So if you would just continue with your answer and then ma'am would go next.
Actually, for doctors who are not giving you the time, you should be very smart to tailor your talk. Say about, if you have to, the doctor is not giving you a time, 1 minute you say, sir, I am taking 1 minute, and within 1 minute you have to tell the entire detail. Tell the detailing, say the detailing to the person, and tell the crux of the entire problem in one line. If he's not listening, or you can also, our thing was that you ask probing questions, just one probing question. If the doctor speaks out, then you have the entire thing.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Ma'am, if you would like to continue on that.
Yeah, what he's saying, ki, how that 1 minute, now we have so many newer tools to look at that. Can we have a 20-second, 30-second video, or you have a something infographic which the pictures talk more than words, whereby we can just try to make him remember my brand name. It's all about the recall, and anyway keeps saying ki, I know your brand, but still show that in that whatever time you get, half a minute or so, but try to connect, uh, try to communicate in that, because it's all about the communication. And what you consistently do, let my sales person get half a minute every time, but at least ensure that in half a minute he'll create some difference.
Hmm.
That's more important. How
Pretty much sharp.
me as a marketer, my job is how I'll make him empowered to utilize that half a minute effectively.
Okay, great. Pretty much Shark Tank for them every day. So,
Yes.
moving on to another question, Nivedita ma'am, for you. In this digital era, how can a medical representative engage doctors through digital platforms? As a brand manager, what is the support required for the sales team?
I feel the way in head office, the marketer or a brand manager handles both the in-clinic, out-clinic, in promotional plan as well as digital promotional plan. Why in the field? Why not make my salesperson responsible for both? Let him give that platform, that even digital is your baby. The way you were doing with all samples, all your other promotional collaterals, digital is also take that. Because see, what I'll do first, I'll give him one value add to my sales team and make him responsible to take that responsibility and ask the doctors, how do you find that? Because he's the one who will give us the feedback. Let's say even you do something on the website and ask the doctors to go through it, or you have put some ad, or you have given some emails, or any other digital from a campaign. Ask, make sales representative an integral part of the campaign, and try to make a communication around it with him. I think that's a one avenue to add into for his communication. Correct. So yesterday he had maybe n number of campaign or a communication to term. Now it's N+1 with digital. So for him, he is happy because he got something new to learn and connect with doctor. We will get benefit out of because he will give us the feedback along with what KPIs and what information we get from the net or from the digital campaign. So it is a, I think, win-win for both of us.
Okay. So that's pretty very well summarized. Thank you so much, ma'am and sir, for the questions. We have 10 minutes to 10 right now. So I would request if anyone amongst the audience wants to ask questions directly to ma'am and sir, you guys can raise your hands and one by one we would let you talk to or ask your questions. By the time we have any raised hands, I would just like to ask Prosenjit sir, there was another good question. How did you strategize the sales of metronidazole after the launch of tinidazole and secnidazole?
Tinidazole, the concept of tinidazole, you can divide into two parts. Once, tinidazole was launched by many companies, and tinidazole launched by Pfizer. That means stat dose. Stat dose of tinidazole was launched by Pfizer. Tassigin they launched, and tinidazole did not impact us. Tinidazole, we said that we don't have much of reports. When they are coming to anyway near this, they used to say the side effects are lesser. We had reports that side effects are almost the same. But Pfizer took 2-3 years to establish that Tassigin is safer, Tassigin stat dose is more effective, more compliance is there. There we had to strategize that it will give more of a side effect. Then came secnidazole. Of course, I sold secnidazole in Intas also. Mr. Hathagari is smiling at me. Secnidazole was definitely a threat for metronidazole because secnidazole, 2 tablets was the dose, 2 grams was the dose, and the side effect continued for 2-3 months. But secnidazole, somehow or rather, did not affect much. By that time, I have left Unique, so I am not aware of the strategies they were dealing with. But secnidazole, personally, I felt that secnidazole was very great product. Secnidazole was a very great product. And ornidazole did ornidazole plus ofloxacin. That hampered the sales of this metronidazole group in totality for diarrhea. Ornidazole plus ofloxacin was a very good combination.
Amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for shining light onto that. We have one raised hand by Mr. Sunil Hanglu. Sir, if you would please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Mr.
Yeah,
Hanglu.
my question is regarding why we have not shifted to ornidazole, because as you have rightly said, secnidazole and metronidazole and tinidazole all have got bitter taste. And since in Metrogyl 1 tablet TDS gives 1200 milligrams of metronidazole and 1500 milligrams of diloxanate furet.
Yes.
Diloxanate furet is okay because it is a luminal amibicidal and it takes care of the anaerobic part. But
Yep.
But metronidazole 1200 milligram is, I think it creates a lot of metallic taste and patient is not able to continue the dose for another 5 days. So why the company has not shifted from metronidazole to tinidazole, so to ornidazole? Because it is believed that it has got a less metallic taste.
Actually, Unique later on shifted after 96, 97 to ornidazole as an anti-diarrheal, but their continued their foray in anaerobic infection with Metrogyl 400. So they say that this is not proven. This onirozole, etc., is not proven anti-anaerobic drug.
Mhm.
So by that time, the lifespan of the drug was going down, metronidazole. It is not that high at that point of time, because all the antibiotics started coming, had some efficacy or other on the anaerobic infections also. When we started,
Now, if we see nowadays, the anaerobic infections is more or taken care by the ofloxacin combinations in India, and the
yeah, yeah,
targeted
yeah.
volume is much higher as compared to metronidazole and this dioxazine.
Look, metronidazole's biggest disadvantage was one tablet thrice daily,
Twice a day.
and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and its metallic test. So
Yes.
it was having some problem or other. It was having the problem. Uh, what the salespersons of Unique used to do is to downplay metallic test. So what? It will go away. Number one. Number two, ask the doctor, sir, you are using the product for such a long time, donkey's years you are using. How the problem of this thing is coming? Because some company is coming and promoting. That's why the problem is occurring. Problem is not there. Had it been the problem was there, this thing wouldn't have been there. Actually,
That
what
Earlier,
happened?
point,
I
Prasanjit,
think that
that
earlier the doctors, they were not having the option. Earlier,
Actually, what happened?
they were not having the option.
Yeah,
I would like
they
to add
didn't have.
one point, Prasanjit, to what Hinglu is saying. Maybe onidazole has come, or maybe tinidazole has come, or secnidazole has come, but even today, the gold standard continues to be metronidazole.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
gold standard continues to be metronidazole, and the faith which the doctors have on metronidazole, that has not diminished.
I'm tested, you meant to say.
Maybe the doctor shifted to other brands for the convenience of the patients, maybe lesser metallic taste or maybe convenience of dose. But when it comes to efficacy, nothing to beat metronidazole even today. Is still considered as a textbook product and as the gold standard in the treatment of amoebiasis and
Yeah,
Giardiasis as well
anaerobic
as trichomonas.
infections.
yeah, this is that's true.
Sir.
Good.
So, first of all, I would like to thank the beautiful audience that are gathered over here. It's been 1.5 hours of very insightful journey through Metrogel by Prasenjit sir first. The entire journey of that drug, how that beat the competition, came into the limelight, and still maintains its prowess as it has always been. And then we moved into Nivedita ma'am's beautiful presentation about brand, how to just everything about brand. So that was two very powerful sessions, two very knowledgeable sessions, and the love we could already see on the chat section where a lot of people were praising the amount of learnings that they have taken away from today. So first of all, thank you so much for the audience. Without you, there is no event. There is absolutely no talk show. There is no event. Nothing. So thank you so much for being here for this 1.5 hours and taking an opportunity to learn. While the next, of course, the biggest thanks is remains for the two beautiful speakers for today who have shown light upon some of the very important factors for this industry. And thank you so much, Prasenjit sir. Thank you so much, Nivedita ma'am, for showcasing your knowledge over here, sharing it with us, so that we could also take this opportunity to learn from your experiences. Also, I would like to thank Vivek sir for constantly hyping everyone up and shining light on the most important factors whenever needed, and also Pharmastate Academy for giving me this opportunity to host this evening. Thank you so much. This is me, Sutanshu Subrajit, signing off from today.